Welcome back, robots, to the Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Last time, I discovered that EMP weaponry can actually set off alarms if detonated too close to laser grids like this one over here. This time, we'll be progressing towards the interrogation wing at the request of Keitner to unearth more details of this black project that's occurring at Rifleman Bank Station. And we'll just let the robot pass us by. I don't need to destroy it, even though I did say I was going to do that last time. You know what? We're going to make him feel worthless. And you're going to be all, but robots can't feel worthless. They're just robots, Lethal. No. In this day and age, they have emotion. They have the technology for that now. Alright, so the next destination would be up the stairs, but there are multiple ways to get upstairs. This one involves a candy bar and a weak wall. Actually, every open cell like this one right here has a weak wall like this one. You enter, you get 200 experience, and a nifty little pickup, like a hypo stem. I think one has whiskey, and another one has painkillers. You can hop up here. There's another weak wall. Under an exit sign, strangely. Not sure if they were planning to put a door here later. I guess, you know what? Jensen's the outside contractor. That's what it is. The job is done. Alright, and now we're on the top floor of this already. And you may wonder what the hell these things are. These are the Typhoon turrets in their deployed state. And they're a lot less scary than they actually look. I mean, you can just walk around the damn things. They're kind of stupid, honestly. But you know what? I don't want this thing sitting around here acting all big. Like it owns the place. Alright, so that one's done. I mean, you could say the same about the robots, but the turrets do not have emotions. They don't have the technology for whatever reason. They're the robots. They're using the buddy system down there, aren't they? Aren't they adorable? They're like little people. See, that's how you know they have emotions. There we go.
What you're doing is wrong.
No, it's fine. It's not wrong.
Paula.
Whoop, sorry.
What are you going to do with me? Please, don't send me back to the doctors. I don't want them to test me anymore. I just want to go home.
You know, your body language looks a lot less distressed than your actual speech. I have to say. Oh well, let's progress. Here's the interrogation wing in here. And it's on the other side of one of these.
Activated. Granted.
Alright. This certainly doesn't look ominous at all, does it? Huh. All kinds of holding cells, it would appear. What's in here? Ah, beer. A beer is in here. Of course there is. Why wouldn't that be in the interrogation room? Also candy. Candy and cigarettes. And in this one, what do we got? Am I looking at bubkis? Nope, there's a hypo stem on that chair. And now for the important room. The one that actually has something very worthwhile in it. Plot.
Post-interview log. Patient has been returned to detention area after sedation. The medical history gathered indicates that she's a prime candidate for inclusion. Similarly, all biological indicators fall within required parameters. Recommend preparation for stage 1 therapy prior to...
Gary, have you seen this? Have you seen what's on this smart disk? He's gone mad!
Tiffany, slow down. What are you talking about? Where'd you get that?
I found it in the last shipment of materials we received. One of the boxes had been tampered with, blatantly. Someone was sending this to me, to us, to warn us about Commander Burke.
That sounds a little far-fetched, don't you think? I know the two of you have butted heads, but Bob's assured me that the commander is with us on this.
Really? So, Mr. Page is okay with us using unwilling human test subjects, is he? What's his opinion on Bell Tower using the OCM to further their military aspirations? Ask him about this Hydra project.
Tiffany, calm down. I know all about the Hydra project. It's nothing nefarious. It's simply a means of allowing soldiers to communicate more efficiently when in the field. You've seen Burke's augmentation. It has nothing to do with the OCM.
So, you think his obsession with this technology is because he's an environmentalist? Gary, I know this bothers you too. Those poor women. We can't keep doing this. We can't just rush blindly ahead and let men like Burke pull our strings. Science has made that mistake before.
I know. All right. Let's go down below and contact Bob. We'll see what he has to say about this. I know he's intrigued by the nanotech possibilities. Certainly, he's disappointed with the results we've had.
Huh, so a Mr. Bob Page. That name has no significance in the Deus Ex universe. Nah, none whatsoever. Well, let's just keep progressing. Let's see what other things we can find down here for Keitner.
I'm sorry. I'll stay quiet, I promise. Just don't hurt me anymore.
Calm down. I'm not gonna hurt you.
You're not one of them? One of the scientists? Please, you've got to get me out of here. You've got to do something before they come back. I don't want to disappear like all the others.
Now, let's see if we can get some information out of this woman.
Hold on. You said they were coming back? Who? Burke? Is he behind this?
I'm not sure. He comes around, but not that often. I know he gives the orders around here, but he doesn't seem all that interested in us beyond some psych tests and questioning. He mostly leaves us to the doctors or scientists or whatever they are.
Tell me about these scientists. Is one of them a woman named Reed?
I don't know. I mean, there is a woman, but her name is Kavanaugh, not Reed. I heard the guard call her that. She seems different. Like she doesn't like what they're doing to us. I can't help but think she's being forced to do these things. The others just treat us like animals. It's horrible. I just want to go home.
Alright, so it seems that Megan's not here, but we do have a Kavanaugh. Well, tell me more about this place right here.
I want to help you, but you've got to stay calm. Now, what did you mean by disappear like the others? What's been going on back here?
I don't know much. I've heard rumors and seen some things, and I know what they've done to me. Biopsies, blood samples, tissue cores, like I'm some sort of lab rat.
Is that why you're back here? Separated from the others?
This is where they study and examine us to see if we're compatible or something. I don't know what they want from us. Sometimes we're sent back to the cells. Those that aren't. Some of the others think they let them go, but I think they're being sent somewhere else. Another facility maybe. Somewhere else inside this one.
Why? What makes you think that?
Because of the way they talk when they're with us. It's like they're looking for some kind of perfect gene match or something. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand it. I just don't want them touching me anymore.
Alright, so they're bringing all these abducted people in here and testing them to see if they have a specific gene formula. Okay. Well, tell me more about yourself.
It's okay. What's your name?
Nina Sullivan. I don't know why they're holding me in here. They just grabbed me off the street. I had heard Cape Town was dangerous, but I thought with all the security around...
Cape Town? South Africa?
Isn't that where we are? I blacked out. They drugged me, I think. I was on vacation in Cape Town at the end of the summer. I was going to be starting senior year in the fall, and I wanted to have an adventure. My parents must be so worried.
I take it you're not a terrorist, then?
No. I've never done anything wrong. Never demonstrated against anything or anything. But neither have most of the girls here. I'm not sure about the men, but please, can't you get me out of here?
Alright, so as we probably suspected, most of these people, not exactly terrorists.
I know this is gonna seem cruel, but I can't help you right now.
You're going to leave me here? You can't! You have no idea what it's like. Please!
I can't have you tagging along just yet, or walking the halls alerting the guards. Trust me, when I can get you out, I will. But your best bet is to stay put.
I'll alert them anyway. Burke and the two doctors were just here heading for the morgue. I'll tell them you're here. I will. Let me out or I'll tell them, I swear.
And then what? Do you really think they'll let you go? I'm still the best chance you've got, but you have to be patient.
Please. Don't go.
Alright, well, she's settled down. Let's see what her story is here. We have a Nina Sullivan. Yep, South Africa right there. Indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. And apparently she's awaiting transfer to the lab. So if they're looking for something, Nina here has it. I don't think they'll be letting her go no matter what the score is. What we got in here? Oh, got some credits. 365 credits. A credit for every day of the year. Unless it's a leap year, of course. We'll need one more credit for that. Oh, another audio log.
Clinical trial log 11/27. Attending Dr. Tiffany Kavanagh, Dr. Gary Savage. Observing Commander Peter Burke. Patient has been sedated and restrained.
Administering compound P-026, 1.75 cc's. Injection via the left suboccipital triangle, isolating the neocerebellum and pontine nuclei.
Well done, doctors. Appears that the spinocranial replacement was successful.
She's been stable for 48 hours. Replacing the upper column and posterior skull is more complex than your own hindbrain augmentation, Commander Burke, but it's well within our abilities. That's not our sticking point.
I'm quite aware of what your sticking point is, Doctor. Getting results that I can use.
Gary, she's waking up. Look at the alpha waves. They're attenuating. Blood pressure and heart rate are rising. O2 saturation is really low.
Savage, get this under control.
Tiff, increase sedation and disconnect the OCM interface. Get a dose of propofol ready, see if she stabilizes.
It's not working, Gary. Damn it. There's a rupture in the circle of Willis. Anterior cerebral artery. Shit. I've got to get in there.
It's already too late, Tiffany. You know that.
Is it still alive?
No. Now we've lost her. I don't understand. She burned out so quickly. Arterial degeneration was clearly more advanced than anticipated, but still, the new compound should have worked.
Dispose of the body. I'll have the next viable candidate prepared and sent down to you, Dr. Kavanagh.
Bastard.
Alright, so they're taking these viable candidates and replacing their spines and skulls, apparently, with something else. Very, very interesting. Also, a pocket secretary. What is on this? It's from Gary Savage, who we just heard. He's sort of important in the Deus Ex universe. You know, he's just the father of nano-engineering, essentially. You know, just a little bit. Apparently invented something called the Universal Constructor. Makes anything you want with that nanomachines. I don't know if he's done it yet in 2027, but he will someday. Alright, well that's neat. Anything else in here I want to pick up? There certainly is a bunch of props in this room, isn't there? It looks like a living, breathing laboratory. Alright, let's see what this next door has to tell us. Let's see. Louise Auger. A prostitute from... I'm not exactly sure. Africa or France? It seems like they're confused as well. Or that's the dissent anyway. Let's see, administered hyperdose of neuropazine, passed, removed existing OGs. Let's see, though. Massive rupture of cerebral arteries. And, of course, she was terminated. We may have actually heard that, that experiment transpiring. What is in here? Certainly a lot of crud in here. Oh, man, there's so many things on the shelves. Oh! But there's trank darts right there. I know that orange box anywhere. Anything up here by the coolers? I can only imagine those have like livers and whatnot in them. Maybe bionic livers. Do they have those? Of course they do. It's Deus Ex. Alright, well that's cool. What's in here? Woot! Let's see. Pick up China. Uh-huh. Uncooperative subject. Medical history of... Let's see. They double-spaced this whole goddamn thing, so it's very readable, isn't it? Indicates genetic markers well within acceptable values. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, though. Implanted metal titanium graft? I see. That's what she already has. Uh-huh. Possible enlarged left artery. That's no good. Unsuitable for continuance. Let's see. Transfer to OR. Reed project. So Reed is connected. Megan is somehow connected to this project, and this person, Ann Lee, has been transferred to her location. So maybe Tong wasn't too far off by saying this here. Okay, well that's good. It's not a wild goose chase, is it? We have a Jane Doe. This woman does not have a name. Apparently she wasn't even in a mood to talk. It even does say she was uncooperative here. Presence of social enhancements complicate results, according to Burke. Uh-huh. And this one was placed in EMP field, just like we were. Alright, well that's cool. Cranial augmentations confirmed. Survived the hyperdose of no pose. That's good too. Uh-huh. Telemetry increased throughput to 134%. And this person got transferred to Ayers. Possibly in Australia. Alright, so there's nothing on this wall. Let's just keep continuing down the line. What else do we have here? An L. Gallagher. Let's see, picked up. Looks like this one's South Australia Force, or FSA. They actually don't know. Interesting. Laura Gallagher, Sydney. Former SAF parliamentarian. Reportedly kidnapped by the Free States of Australia. Secured in raid on FSA camp. This one, of course, within the acceptable values. Most of the people down here seem to have that. If they get this far, they're pretty much good for the program. Transfer to Kavanaugh's lab. Everything looks good. Telemetry's even better. Transfer to Pan Burke. Failure at... well, shoot. She died in part of the process. And here we have Wang Jun. Let's see. Suspected Harvester Runner. You know, these people are all very, very interesting, aren't they? Possibly delusional. Machine God? What the hell does that even mean? Left and right leg replacements. Let's see. Calculator replacement. Arm replacement. Yeah, it certainly sounds like a harvester, doesn't it? Deck markers. Existing augmentations preclude continuing the project. Terminated, processed, and returned to Hong. Okay. Not sure what processing entails, but it doesn't sound good. What we got in here? Behind door number 3. Well, this looks familiar. We've definitely picked up a couple of these before. What we got? Alright. Contains holographically encoded data about OCM Australia. So they have one in Australia too. They got one in Pangaea and one in Australia. Huh. These things are freaking everywhere. What else do we have in here? A book. The Sleeping World. The Sleepwalking World of the Illuminati. What we got here? Computer. Just a bell tower workstation. No mo tears. Is the password to this one. Can't be good. Can't grab that red node. But you know what? It doesn't look too hard to actually get the cube. It's on the way. Go and grab that and this. Might as well neuter that core a little bit. Not that's gonna matter. Have 20 seconds remaining at the end of this. Whatever. Alright, so we have an email from Eric GL at VersaLife, very important, to Gary Savage. So apparently we've got a supplier requisition from VersaLife, and is expected in the next 24 hours. Just ordering stuff. We have one from Burke to Savage here. They're worried about arriving in the storm, if I remember correctly. Storm or no storm, it's got to get there. Okay. Or the subjects are... You know what it says. You can read it. The subjects are slated to arrive, storm or no storm, which it was pretty choppy out there. Alright, remit candidate to the morgue. Yeah, we read her profile before. And we have one from Tiffany to Gary here. Gotta convince Mr. Page. Yeah, Tiffany doesn't like all this death. And she doesn't like Burke. No one likes Burke. He's kind of a dick. What else do we have in here? Oh, I see that money. 525 credits. Remember when we were getting 25, 50? Now we're back up to the big numbers again. Alright, looks good. Let's keep moving. what do we have in here? A cutscene!
So what did these ones die of, Savage?
Complete neurological breakdown from the looks of it. Organ collapse, nerve degradation.
Find him. There's been some trouble on the base. My man will take care of it. You were saying?
We may be looking at serious cross-systemic failure issues with the OCM.
It's those god-awful implants, Gary. The whole inhumane procedure. After a while, it just burns them out.
Has this been happening at the other sites?
We've experienced some die-off, yes, but I've been told Dr. Reed's research may offer a breakthrough. If we could bring her back here...
That's not going to happen.
Then we need to start considering other options. A nanotech-based solution, performed on willing volunteers.
And are you volunteering yourself, Doctor?
Tiffany, please. I need to look at the raw data, Commander. If you would.
I turned a blind eye to your little office romance, Savage. But if she becomes a problem, she will be volunteering.
Keitner, I found out what Burke's been concealing. The interrogation wing is some kind of medical testing facility. He's using the prisoners as lab rats.
For what?
Not sure. I'll need Burke's retinal scan data to find out.
I can't download that without setting off a million alarms. However, you still have that retinal prosthesis just over in his office?
If you're suggesting I use it to fool a retinal scanner, it won't work. The eye synthetic tissue spike needs to be connected to a real optic nerve. Otherwise, it just reads as metal.
I know. That's why you need to take it to Quinn. I'll tell him to expect you. Keitner out.
Kinda handy that I picked up that eye earlier, right folks? Not too bad at all. I knew it'd come in handy. I didn't even know there was a retinal scanner in here. True story.
Access granted.
Alright, so back through the detention camp. And you know what? I neglected to pick up something the first time because I knew we'd be back. And I knew that it would be faster and more fluid to actually get it on the way back. Let me go ahead and point it out, just in case you don't know about it yet. Look at that beauty right there, folks. Right there's yet another free practice kit. Gonna put that away. Keep on the down low. I don't want to spook the robots just yet. Soon I shall spook the robots. Maybe. It all depends on them, really. You know what? I meant to actually get an augmentation before I did that jump. I'll just get it now. We'll get some Icarus landing system. One of my favorite augmentations, of course. And the practice kit. And I'll make it a little safer to jump down from here, right? Probably not the fastest way to do this. Oh well. I guess I'll just climb back up. It's not that high. There we go. Perfect. Put that away. And now let's head back to the old area, because we gotta get all the way back to Quinn, of course. It's sort of important. Now, while you're running through here, you should be careful, folks. There will be new dudes.
Activating security scan. Access granted.
Alright, like I was saying before that loading screen, you want to keep it on the down low, folks, because if you look up there, you actually see some dudes. You need to get in the habit of not coming out of here at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It will be beneficial to you in the future. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what these guys are talking about up here. I don't need this just yet, soon enough.
Listen, we'd all like to be in the middle of the action in Oz, but we're stuck here. It's better than policing civilians like Jonesy. I mean, isn't he stationed in China? Dragnet must be.
I don't know. It just sounds like a fun time in Houston, especially where we're sitting. There's a hotel there, full service girls. You know what I mean?
Maybe you're right. Wouldn't have to deal with Burke and his asshats. I don't envy Commander Keitner. Just to deal with his
There they go. And full service girls, folks. My God. They'll wash your windshield and rotate your tires. Jesus. Jensen, we need to go there someday. Let's go and take you out. No need to, but I'ma do it. His friend will not notice. Also, I got another praxis point from taking your ass out. What you got? You got 80 credits for me. That's good. And your friend should... You notice they didn't care about these guys that are just laying here. I'll show you something quirky with these guys in a moment, too. It actually kind of scared me earlier. Why can't you get... Oh, yeah. Of course, that's why you can't. You don't have the juices. How silly of me to think you had the juices, Jensen. I'll take your painkillers and down them immediately so I can get a little more health. There we go. How much health do I have? 200. Fantastic. You got nothing else. Let's go ahead and pull you out of the way. Now, like I was talking about before, there's a quirk here. You know these guys, you may be all, wow, well, someone could come through here later. Is they actually going to screw up my ghost? There's actually no ghost challenge for getting back to Quinn this time, but do not move these guys. They die. See? Dead. This guy, dead. It's just that easy. You try to move them, they die. It's goddamn stupid, but I guess that's the price we pay for them not actually being acknowledged by the guys who are just waltzing through the area. So don't touch them. Leave them be. It's just like whenever you go into nature. Don't touch the animals. Just look at them and admire their majesty as they sleep, right? That's how it goes. Anyway, we're going to make our way over to Quinn here. And just as you may have expected, there's going to be more dudes. Yep, there they are right there. Let's see if I can get close enough to actually hear them talk about things. There's also one behind us. Not sure what he's going to do.
Just saw the Irishman down below. He says he'll have the new merchandise soon now that the ships are done.
Finally. Hey, did you ever wonder about his setup? I mean, I know he's a civvy, but Bell Tower's pretty strict about military procedures. They gotta know about this guy.
Sure they know, but to them, he's like a pressure valve. Quinn gets us some of the things Bell Tower doesn't provide. Plus, he does it on the sly, so...
We get to feel like we're getting away with something. Plus, we get some extra goodies.
Exactly. As long as it doesn't get out of control, they'll let the Mick run his little market.
So there you go. And getting through there is not impossible. It's quite possible, but there are better ways to get down there, less error-prone ways. There's actually a gas canister next to him, too, which makes that pretty easy as well. But we already know a very easy way to get down there, don't we, folks? I accidentally found it in that one episode. It may have been last episode or the one before that. We have this vent that leads us to the secret area, which is even more convenient now that I have the Icarus system. So we'll be using this to actually get to Quinn, and away from Quinn from now on. Alright. And back, Quinn.
So, what's the story? Just got off the horn with the commander. She says she got something for me to take a look at.
Prosthetic eye, one of Burke's. We needed to get past a retinal scan, but it's useless like this.
Aye. Without an active neural connection, it might as well be an expensive paperweight. May as well put a gobstopper in front of the scanner for all the good that thing will do you.
Solutions, Quinn. Think you can handle this?
Lad, I may be just a mechanic, but I'm also the only thing keeping this whole bleeding facility from sinking into the abyss. Think I can manage a simple optic frequency bypass. Just let me get me tools.
Now like that, it's done.
Right. So that's it now. You got the eye. Sorry it took a little longer than expected.
I know, several seconds.
Nearly break the damn thing once or twice. New TYM firmware and such. Now don't go fucking around with it. It's only got a limited lifespan due to the 10 power source I rigged. It's only good for one use. Got it?
You know what? That's pretty amazing. How the heck did you do that?
This is pretty impressive work for a mechanic, Quinn.
What's that supposed to mean? There's more to old Quinn than meets the eye.
You're a transformer?
Unintended. You wouldn't be the first fool to underestimate my know-how.
Well, there's more to this job than just a simple battery swap. I saw you modifying the BIOS. This is state-of-the-art hardware and software. You're not just a mechanic. You're a hacker.
What are you going on about now? Ain't nothing you couldn't pull off with a degree in computer engineering and a little elbow grease. Come off it now. We ain't got time for this.
Oh, we got plenty of time for this.
Is it supposed to be moving?
Aye. Bloody creepy that is. Try not to pay it any mind now.
I told you it wriggled.
Thing's stuck in calibration mode. Trick is, I got it thinking it's plugged into a new host. And by rerouting the system diagnostic checks, it'll keep trying to connect without detecting anything to miss, which in turn keeps it alive in a manner of speaking. Fucking brilliant piece of engineering work if I don't say so myself.
Well, you just did.
Why only one use?
Without being hooked up to a proper battery, like your brain. The voltage spike from a single scan will trip the surge protectors, shutting it down to prevent further transmissions. It's a redundant safety mechanism built into the optic nerve to prevent frying your noggin in a dorsal ventral feedback loop. Short of putting the thing in your own head, which I ain't exactly equipped to do, there's no way around it. Besides, I think the commander preferred it this way.
Yeah, he's not equipped to do it. He needs, you know, a 5/8 wrench for that job. Anyway.
Well, hopefully this thing works.
It'll work just dandy so long as you don't do something stupid like drop it. And it ain't a bloody webcam. So don't try using it to spy the knickers up someone's skirt.
I haven't seen these skirts in this place, man. I mean, I've seen Keitner, and I've seen the prisoners, but I've never seen one of them wearing a skirt, I gotta tell you.
I gotta go.
I think it goes without saying, but we never met, alright?
Nope, we never met. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now it's wriggling, apparently. Does it actually say it's moving? Nah, I was hoping it would. That's a shame. Anyway, folks, we're going to close off here yet again. It's like the third video I've closed off in front of Quinn, but we're going to do it again. And next time, we'll see what's behind the mystery retinal door. I'll see you then.